In major legal breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals has thankfully, rightfully, and legally and constitutionally denied Donald Trump's bid to end, yet again, his bid to illegally end birthright citizenship and rewrite the 14th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. Let's tune into the new reporting. The article, ladies and gentlemen, is titled First Circuit. I apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen. I said Fifth Circuit, but it was the First Circuit. The First Circuit Court rebukes Trump's birthright citizenship order as unconstitutional. And ladies and gentlemen, the news reporting reads, on October 3, 2025, the First Circuit Court of Appeals upheld a lower court's block on former President I hate to say this, ladies and gentlemen, but not former president as of right now until January 20th, 2029. President Donald Trump President Donald Trump's executive order aimed at ending birthright citizenship. This ruling applies to the region under the court's jurisdiction and follows a similar rejection of the executive order by the Ninth Circuit Court earlier this year. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, earlier in the year. Some details of the court's decision include the details of the case. The ruling was issued in the lawsuit New Hampshire Indonesian Community v. Donald J. Trump, which filed by the which was filed by the ACLU and other advocacy groups immediately after Trump signed the order on Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to read you the constitutional interpretation by the three-judge panel. The three-judge panel, in a unanimous decision, found that the executive order conflicts with the citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over the legal precedent. The court stated that its ruling aligns with more than a century of legal precedent, including the Supreme Court's 1898 decision in United States v. Won Kim Ark, which affirmed that children born on U.S. soil are citizens regardless of their parents' immigration status. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go over the nationwide effects. Federal judges in several lawsuits across the country have blocked the order from taking effect, often with nationwide injunctions. The Supreme Court ruled in June 2025 that lower courts generally cannot issue such universal injunctions, but did not rule on the legality of the Birthright Citizenship order itself. Lower courts, however, have since found alternative grounds to block the order nationwide, such as through class action lawsuits. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go over the next steps and what the next steps are and what they should be. With the First Circuit's ruling, the administration's legal options are dwindling. The administration of Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, my editorial note and editorial addition, has already asked the Supreme Court to hear its appeal on the matter. This latest appeals court decision, combined with similar outcomes in other circumstances, or circuits. I apologize, I said circumstances, it was meaning circuits. Increases the likelihood that the Supreme Court will take up the issue. A definitive ruling from the highest court could come by the early summer of 2026. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this legal breaking reporting video analysis update. Ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy this legal breaking reporting video analysis update, please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and enjoy. And as always, please look out for the points of light in today's unfortunate, illegal, induced darkness caused by the illegal, unconstitutional Trump regime. And I look forward to talking to you guys in my next legal breaking reporting video analysis update.